Wait a second. Getting ready for the writer's room. Let me know if there's anything you want us to put in the show. guys. Okay. This is the prime opportunity. This is the prime opportunity. Guys, what do we want? What do we want?
Cobra Kai.
Kidding.
Hayden, I have a couple of requests. I need Bert. I need I'm so serious. Some of you in the chat are probably like, are you kidding me? The writer of Cobra Kai literally asks you, what do you want to put in the show? And I say, Bert. Yeah. You know what? I want Bert to save everybody. Like, I want everybody to be in danger at some point, and I want Bert to rescue all of them. Honestly. Oh, okay. You know what I want? You know what I want? I loved that in season two times we saw Miyagi, like, technically, like, kinda like Miyagi, like, physically, like, it was the fisherman scene when we saw the back of Miyagi and we saw that shot of Daniel and what looked to be Miyagi. That was really cool. Then there was the flashback of Mr. Miyagi fixing up the dojo. I want to see something like that again. Like season 3, we got the letter scene. Season 5, we got Mr. Miyagi's room, but I want to see like a physical essence of Mr. Miyagi, like, or something. Now, I feel like you got to be kind of careful there, because I don't know if, like, we don't want to like, imagine it's like Daniel Russo looks to the side and it's like sees like a force ghost of Mr. Miyagi. I mean, we don't want it to turn into Star Wars, even though that'd be pretty cool.
A Jedi's weapon deserves more respect.
Another thing I want to see everyone back. Even the side characters. Homeless Lynn wasn't in season 5. I would love to see her in season 6. Susan Gallagher is amazing. And also, I feel like by having these characters from season 1, especially Homeless Lynn, Counselor Blatt, Lyle, Nestor, by having these characters back, a lot of them being shown in season 1, it ties the series full circle. Especially Homeless Lynn, who was in the very first episode. And I always said that seeing a wedding, like Johnny and Carmen's wedding, would be a way to bring all these characters back. However, if there is no wedding, if there's something else, I would still love to see all these characters back. What this show does so well, and I always say, this show is not as big as it is if it's not for all these other characters. Sure, the story would be great. Cobra Kai would be loved. People would be talking about Daniel, Johnny. But we have fan pages for Homeless Lynn and Counselor Blatt and Young Kreese and Nestor and G-Rod and all these characters. We have like fan pages for. Like, we love all these characters. It's a credit to the writing, because I mean, these characters have minimal scenes, like really short scenes, but they leave such an impact on us because of the writing, because of the acting, the performances, and the nuance. So many characters. And it makes the universe feel real. It makes it feel like authentic. It doesn't feel fake. So I feel like seeing all of them back, it would be absolutely awesome. I feel like it would tie the series full circle. I do want a lot of like callbacks to the first season. Not callbacks, but I would say like mirrors, some like echoes. Like, for example, like let's just say like in Lost. Let's use Lost as an example. Hayden, I'm sure that's a show you've watched. The very first scene of Lost is Jack, the main character, wakes up on the island and he's like stumbling out, you know, he's just in a plane crash and he's like disoriented. The last scene of Lost, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't watched Lost, I'm gonna say, if you haven't watched Lost and you're planning on watching it, turn away. And the last scene is Jack walking in the jungle and he's like dying, and you know, this is after having just saved the island. Now it's like a full circle kind of moment, so it's like kind of like a parallel, so it's like a callback to the first season, but yet he's such a changed character. I would want to see callbacks to the first season, especially like the person who I'm really thinking of is Johnny. So for example, like I literally am coming up with this on the spot, like literally just coming up with this on the spot. The first episode of Cobra Kai, you had Johnny driving out of his apartment complex in his Firebird, listening to Nothing But a Good Time. What if like in the last episode of Cobra Kai, Johnny drives in his in like a minivan with Miguel, Robby, the baby, and Carmen. So now it's like, it's kind of like a parallel, maybe listening to Nothing But a Good Time. And then maybe on the billboard is like Daniel and Johnny's new dojo instead of just LaRusso Auto. I just came up with that just now, and I'm down for that. When I rewatched the show, I watched that first season. I'm like, these characters are so different in season 1. And it's not like, oh, they just changed them overnight to make them like badasses. Like, no, it's long story developing. Really impressive. But especially Johnny. I mean, Johnny was a mess in season 1. Now look at him. Great character development, especially TORY too. I wasn't a fan of TORY in season 2 and 3. I liked Pay and List. I liked their performance, but I thought the TORY character was psycho. to try to kill Sam multiple times. I'm like, dude, like I can't relate to a character like this. And going to season 4, I was like, yeah, I'm excited for Silver. Tori, like, sure, whatever. But then meanwhile, Tori was my MVP of season 4. They made me like, who was not really anticipating to like Tori in that season. They like completely switched it around. So I felt so sympathetic. I felt so bad for her. And season 5 was even better. Guys, what do you think about my requests? I feel like those are pretty cool. I mean, listen, there's so much more that I want, but I mean, I'm sure Hayden and the writers got it.